A new form of government is being proposed for Charles County. Hello, I'm Kelly Lynn, and this is Comcast Newsmakers. Joining me at this hour is Reuben Collins. He is Vice President of the Charles County Board of Commissioners. Thank you for being here.
It's great to be here.
Let's talk about the current system and what you would like to see implemented.
Well, Charles County initially ran as a commissioner form of government between 1658 up into the year 2002. It was during the election of 2002 that the residents of Charles County, through referendum, voted to change our form of government from the commissioner form of government to the code home rule form of government. These are two of the three forms of government that exist in the state of Maryland.
Why are you dissatisfied with the current system?
Not particularly dissatisfied, but I've always been a proponent of the actual charter form of government. Charter form of government includes a county executive as well as a county council. And so that's the change, the significant change that residents of Charles County would see should the county decide to actually change our form of government.
You believe now is the time because the population is growing rapidly, and you think that there should be more give and take, there should be more checks and balances.
Absolutely. What people will see with the charter form of government is more or less something consistent with what we see on the federal level with our president as well as our legislative branch of government, Congress, and similar to what we see on the state level with the governor and an actual state legislature. You have that back and forth, that give and take, which is very consistent with the democracy that all of us love and enjoy as Americans.
Sure. Have you discussed this with your constituency? Have you gotten any feedback?
This has been a discussion within the community for years. The idea of whether it would be in the best interest of our community to actually change to the charter form of government. Obviously, there are many who believe that the present form is more than adequate for our needs. You can make an argument that is philosophical. One thing that is clear, as communities become larger, it appears that the charter form of government is the most appropriate in terms of actually operating government.
Certainly cost is something that's going to be considered with this. Let's talk about the potential cost. I know you don't have any numbers or anything like that, but certainly you would need more people if you implemented this form of government.
Absolutely, because what will essentially take place if this were something that the people in the community did consider, you would have to create an actual executive branch of government, which would include some staff that would be exclusive to the executive or county executive. A lot would be overlap. There wouldn't be a tremendous shift, but there will certainly be some cost just in terms of operation. So you would have to factor that in.
All right, nothing will happen without input from the community.
Absolutely. This was one of the goals, and it was not necessarily a goal that the commissioners that were elected in 2010 established per se, but there was a recognition that as part of our overall goals for the next 4 years, we would at least consider and open the opportunity for the public to discuss the idea of whether this might be appropriate. So for the next several months, residents should expect to see more information about the possibility there will be obvious public input. From my understanding, at least preliminarily, what the commissioners will do is create an actual committee to review the prospects, and that committee will report to the commissioners. And from that report, the commissioners will make a determination of whether or not to proceed.
All right, terrific. And this could happen if all goes smoothly and everyone's on board. It could be implemented, you were saying, as early as, what, 18 months? Correct.
It is a very comprehensive process because it includes the establishment of an actual charter committee. The charter committee is charged with the task of actually implementing and creating a charter for Charles County.
All right, Reuben Collins, Vice President of the Charles County Board of Commissioners, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kelly Lynn.